Can dinner be great anywhere at the Polynesian?
Princess the Bear, today we're at Disney's Polynesian Beach Resort because it's time to do how the Poly people do.
We're going to Kona Café.
Yes, the menu is updated as your number one choice in foodie infotainment. We're here to try things out so you don't have to. Remember, she's vegan. I'm not. I'll light the torches. She's going to the luau.
It's time to foodie and chill.
Living the Kona Café life, I know that your instincts will tell you to go to Ohana first when coming to Polynesian Resort. It's the one that everybody thinks about, and I think far too many people forget about Kona. For years and years, it was a place, honestly, that was forgettable. Nowadays, they've got some interesting things on their own where I think you could consider. One of those things are this bread, these nice Parker House rolls with the Hawaiian sea salt. The one place where Hawaiian sea salt actually makes sense. A little pineapple in it, a little coconut in it. To be honest, I've always preferred the bread here over the bread to Ohana. The bread to Ohana is the traditional pineapple coconut bread. You get it here at Ohana and at Sebastian's Bistro. This is more of like a Hawaiian roll with hints of pineapple and coconut. This to me feels more subtle and less like grating in its flavor. Flavor's a lot more light and tolerable. It's a 3.75 out of 5 claws. It's plentiful. I just wish it was vegan for the princess. Unfortunately, her option here is still the gluten-free allergy rolls.
As is tradition, we have the Chef Mike bread, freshly hot from the microwave. That is who Chef Mike is. He is the microwave. And, of course, we have Earth Balance butter. Every single Disney restaurant should seriously have the Earth Balance butter, and it's a travesty that they all don't. Especially every signature dining one, they should all have it too. This bread is newly hot, but it's also condensated, and so it's not the best, but that's normal for Chef Mike bread. It's nice to have a bread. I'm not going to say I hate it, because it's really good as Tonga toast. The Earth Balance is really what makes it, though. You need the Earth Balance, otherwise it just tastes like sponge, and nobody wants to eat sponge. I'm going to give it a 2.5 out of 5 breads. It's sustenance.
For all of the presence of the gluten-free allergy rolls, if your allergy can stand it, I can't think of a single gluten-free allergy roll, and even the ones that we've come into that are unique rolls to the restaurant, that isn't improved by the existence of Earth Balance butter. So if you can have it, we suggest it, especially if the restaurant has it. Give it a shot. Dense, but warm, definitely gluten-free. I'm glad it exists. I'm glad for the aid of the Earth Balance butter. It definitely helps it go down a lot smoother. I would give that 3 out of 5 claws. We appreciate its sacrifice. Existence? We appreciate its existence. They didn't sacrifice anything.
I am happy to report that this dish has massively improved since the last time we were here, which I think was like April this year when the lunch and breakfast menu changed. They did do a small update here of the dinner menu, not as significant as the lunch or breakfast, which is why we chose to do this last. Yes, this is a much thicker, better edamame than the last time. The flavors are night and day. This is exactly what I was expecting when we first tried this, when it was added for lunch. And then now it's later been added for dinner. Big improvement. Bravo to the kitchen team here. It tastes better than the one at Skipper Canteen, in my opinion. It's a 5 out of 5. It's a Princessities item. It's actually something worth getting. Now they can give me some more hummus. They have the perfect amount of chips. Now we just need more hummus because I'm greedy.
I am actually happy to see this hummus again. When we had it the first time, honestly, it broke our hearts. I know that hummus can still a throwaway thing, but when we get some unique hummus, we get excited. And honestly, bad hummus, well, it makes us sad. Seeing it so well improved just solidifies the fact that sometimes it's better not to be first. Most times you're a guinea pig. All they needed was a little time to perfect it. And now it's looking like a work of art on a plate. Plus, they gave me a huge stack of carrots. And if it's one thing I like doing, It's dipping carrots in stuff. A little edamame, a little bit of that microgreens on top. At least it's not Illuminati arugula from Contemporary Resort. Cheers. So much better. That's got more character in it than the total screen time of Mr. Bubbles and Lilo and Stitch. That hummus has aura. I like that. Much improved. 5 out of 5 claws. It's on the Berry Ceci's list. Now, this is something worth ordering. I agree with the princess. Like, this is going to be a staple probably every time we come until it goes off the menu. Easily. So, if we come and you don't see it on camera, and you probably will, it's because we ordered it and ate it all, or just got impatient, which happens sometimes. We eat. We eat here. Hooray for sushi. I have been complaining, mainly to the princess. She's got to hear me bear whine all day about the fact that I haven't had sushi in a bear's age. It's a surprise to us that coming down to Central Florida, we've been down here 6 years now, that we had better sushi options in Jacksonville, Florida. That feels wrong to say, but it's true. This sushi roll is brand new, updated on the menu. Is the dragon eel roll. Previously, it had cream cheese in it, so I couldn't eat it. But now that they removed the cream cheese, it is edible for a bear. So I got the cream cheese. I got the eel, grilled eel on top, carrots. This is gonna be delicious. I'll admit, I even told the princess before we left the house that I was craving some unagi don, and she's like, "You're not getting unagi don." But I still got eel though. I'm a happy bear. This may satisfy me for like 48 hours. And then by Sunday, I'll be like, I want sushi again. If I could, I would live off sushi almost daily. That's the bear in me. I would give this 4.25 out of 5 claws. It's okay sushi. Better than average. It's no shiki sai, but it'll do until I can find something better.
So I did ask, because I have been thinking about that vegetable curry ever since I got it for lunch. It is delicious. And since my beautiful dumpling soup is not on the menu still, since the last time that we came here, and that's kind of the reason why I wanted to be here, I got whatever I could get, which was the sautéed quinoa here, and then I got extra tofu, because I think one order of tofu is just not enough. This is one of 2 places where I actually enjoy quinoa at Walt Disney World. The other one is Whispering Canyon. I dropped the tofu. All right, tofu and quinoa. Here we go. Sometimes when you saute quinoa, it can have a tendency to be a little too crunchy. And you don't want it to be over crunchy. You want it to be like kind of in the middle. And that's where this is, so that's really good. The tofu is really nice. I like the chimichurri. But this red quinoa is really spicy. Like, I'm gonna need to mix it with some of these veggies and some tofu to bring it down some of the heat. Because just eating the tofu and the quinoa on its own, it's giving spice. It's giving me like a 5 or a 6 out of 10 on the heat scale. I would say if you have an aversion to spice, ask for them to make it not spicy. They can absolutely do that. And if you like spicy, maybe ask them to kick it up a little bit. They do have some hot sauces here, I believe. I enjoyed the tofu. They're not pineappled like they used to be, and so much better. I still think my favorite thing at Kona, not breakfast, is that vegetable curry. So I do think lunch is better than dinner, but dinner here is still delicious. So I'm going to give it a 3.5 out of 5 quinoas.
The red quinoa with tofu. I would credit this dish with the one that saved dinner at Kona Café. Previous to this, the dinner was, to say the least, it was not great. This definitely improved it. At the same time, they added like the all vegan, like the lotus root sushi the princess will be able to get here. And this is like the second part of that. This is probably like the 4th or 5th time we've had this dish at this point. And every single time we get it, the plating is different. Not bad. It's actually gotten better each time, but like it's changed every single time. but you still get this huge honking piece of bok choy, plenty of other veggies, huge mutant size, and then tofu. Not enough tofu, which is why we always ask for extra, but there is a ton in here. The quinoa, I can take a little tomato, and the tofu. That red quinoa does have some spice, and that was a pepper, not a tomato that I got. But I like the level of spice. Spicy, but not spicy to impede said flavor. Now, if you wanted to, the vegetables in here, you have the bok choy, the asparagus, you can get those as separate sides if you like. But you can also modify this dish with no tofu. There's an option on the menu. And you can also get shrimp and chicken as well, should you have the desire. But it's flexible, a modular dish, which I think more restaurants need to have. I just want to see this one either evolve or be updated, changed. It's time. It's been some years at this point. It's still a really good dish, solid dish. But I think, especially for an island restaurant, you can do better than this. Disney, I challenge you to let your very talented, artful culinary team to surprise you, because we know they're capable of it. You just gotta unhandcuff them and let them loose. I would give this a 4.25 out of 5 claws. Brand spanking new on the menu and recommended by Chef Samuel, who we met outside the restaurant today, is the Char pork. A lot of the reason why we came here today, in addition to checking on the soup of the princess, is this dish right here. Brand new, what basically amounts to a barbecued duck. If you've ever seen like char siu on a menu, it's traditionally pork, but you can also have different kinds of yard bird, both chicken and in this case duck. But it's basically just a Cantonese barbecue, so a Chinese barbecue duck with a mixture of like hoisin, honey, and soy sauce. It's like a sort of like sweet and savory sauce that gives it the color. Sometimes they put like red bean paste and stuff in it as well, because I love my Asian foods. It's cut really thin, and they give me a nice sharp knife to enjoy it with. I'm gonna take a thicker piece. Now it is cooked, chef's choice. In this case, it was medium rare, but you can order it the temperature however you like. Tender, juicy, seasoned. I could do with a little bit more of the sauce, but you have that all around the plate to dip it in if you like. I was more curious about the duck on its own. It's good. Not as good as, say, like the duck and Morimoto. That duck is an entire different level, like the crispy skin and everything else, prepared in a similar style, but still really good. More like island style duck than a traditional Morimoto style duck. On its own, I'm giving that duck 4 out of 5 claws. Now we're gonna get with some fixins and some more sauce. You have these huge asparagus, which is a bed on which it sits. Then you have the farro. It's like a little grain rice on the bottom. And then you have a Miso-Cream, which is the lighter sauce, and then more of the char siu sauce on the bottom. Put a whole fork full of that. Once you get in the sauce, elevates the flavor. It doesn't improve the quality of the duck. You definitely get more of that flavor punch. I think it's enough to take it to a 4.25 out of 5 claws. I think this is an awesome addition to the menu. I feel the amount of duck you get is a little small, but duck, especially paired to this style, tends to be a little bit more expensive. And this is a $37 dish. When we get it at Morimoto, I think it's close to $60. But for what it is, I think it's an awesome addition. I'm happy. And a happy bear is a happy channel? No. Happy princess. Always happy princess. Me, I'll be all right. Don't mind me. Now there's another brand new dish on the menu, which is a tamarind barbecue chicken that I was like this close to ordering before we came here. But after talking to Chef Samuel and finding out from our server, the real reason I wanted the tamarind barbecue chicken is because it comes on a bed of Spam fried rice, which just reminds me of my childhood. Then we can find out from our server, I can get the Spam fried rice as a side. That is dangerous. You should have never told me that. Because you know what? We come here a lot after dinners when things aren't good. We may be at like Tambu, sometimes we're wandering here. Knowing that I can get Spam fried rice whenever I want, is not a thing you need to tell me, especially if it's good. This is more than a good helping for like a side. You got these nice pieces of Spam in here, nice and big. The same as you would see in like any sort of like house or like beef fried rice. Smells good, doesn't look too oily. Got all the regular fixes in here, green onions and carrots. I'm excited. Oh yeah, that's a whole problem. That's a whole personality trait. I will take Spam and most anything that I can get it. Spam fried rice, I'm a happy bear. That is a 4.75 out of 5 claws. I would come here and just order a plate of this. And maybe like sushi, completely happy. I don't need anything else. This and a sushi roll would be my dinner. And I'd be ecstatic. This is a 5 out of 5 claws. It's on the bare necessities list. Island authentic, no. But as close as I'm going to get on this side of the United States. Kona Café, new menu. I would say upgrade.
Yeah, it's very delicious. Everything was delicious. I think we had a really great time. I think we ate, our eyes were bigger than our stomach. I wanted to do more, but we can only have so much room in our stomachs.
Yes, I do like that the hummus is improved for her, though I wish the vegan entree, it's time for an upgrade. It's been great. Had a good run, but it's been some years. It's time for a change.
Bring that vegetable curry from lunch. That's like literally my new favorite thing.
I guess maybe just elevate it from lunch to dinner. And then the char siu pork was amazing. Definitely coming back for that Spam fried rice. One way or the other. But Kona is always a good time. We love coming to Polynesia. Any excuse that we get is a good one. We'll probably be back extremely soon. So if there's anything we missed, by all means, let us know in the comments below. If there's anything else you see us do, the comments will always be the place to find us. Hit the notification bell if you want to see other videos like this. And
we have new videos 5 days a week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday.
We'll see you soon.
Be sure to subscribe and like this video. And if you don't comment, Bear will yeet himself into this construction area and I think hurt himself severely because he doesn't have a hard hat.
I am always under construction. Always bettering myself. But you heard the girl.
Always in a state of becoming.
Always in a state of becoming.